What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of 3-Year Challenge. This is a brand new series on my channel. The first episode seemed to go down really well, plenty of views, so thank you if you're one of the viewers who watched that, and thank you if you're one of the viewers who watched that and have come back for more. The 3-Year Challenge is something I'm always excited to play. We've got a couple of people that I know are playing along with me as well, and I'm really excited to kind of bring you an update as to what's been going on behind the camera, because of course we have played through August, September, October, November. We've played 4 months already, and it's been up and down. I'm not gonna lie, it's been up and down. We are approaching the January transfer window. Of course, part of the rules were we could not sign anyone in the summer, but January is just around the corner. We've already begun to identify areas of the team that I'm looking to improve, and a couple of signings in mind. I think we'll start today with let's go for the points update. As you can see on the screen, 23 points. Now that is because we have 23 points in the league. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, you can see at the top there, it says 7th in the Bundesliga 2, which isn't great. Like I said, it's been up and down. So let's take a look at some of the more interesting results that we've seen so far. Right then, as you can see, after that initial first win against Hannover 96, we actually went on and won the next 2 games, a 2-1 win against SV Vechen Wiesbaden. Nailed it. We then beat FC Victoria in the first round of the Cup. Then we got our first loss of the season. Hertha Berlin proved too strong for us. 3-2 was the final score. They actually scored in the 91st minute, which is a little bit heartbreaking. Speaking of heartbreaking, a team that has a place in my heart is this team right here, Osnabrück. I did a save, I think, back on Football Manager 17 with Osnabrück, and we got to the Bundesliga. It was a really fun save, and it just kind of captured me. So bittersweet, but we won 3-1. A good result away from home, actually. We followed that with a 1-1 draw against Hansa Rostock. Love their badge, little pirate ship. Do like that. 1-1 draw. Robert Glatzel getting on the score sheet. We'll talk a little bit about him later on in the episode. We then had a 4-1 win away from home. Really good performance against Elversberg. 1-1 draw against Karlsruhe. And then the losses started coming. A 1-0 1-0 home defeat to Paderborn, followed by a 3-0 away defeat against St. Pauli. We just were nowhere near them in that game. It really was just pure dominance for them. I'm not sure what happened. We changed things up a little bit. A couple of changes in the starting 11. A couple of slight tactical tweaks. And we beat Firth 2-1. They were bottom of the league at the time. I think they still are. Let's have a quick look. No, they have picked themselves up a little bit, not to 15th, but they were bottom of the league at the time. But an important win nevertheless. Then on to Nuremberg, who I want to say were top when we played them. So a 1-1 draw I was very happy with. They were either top, they were first, second or third, one of the 3. I know there's quite a difference between those. But a 1-1 draw. Guilherme Ramos got himself on the score sheet to nab a point for us. We then had a 1-0 win at home against Magdeburg, followed by another win in the German Cup. A 3-1 win it was against Unterhaching. Again, nailing these pronunciations. If you want to sign up for German classes, drop me a DM. We played a rotated team in this game. We had the likes of Nemeth starting up top. Missed a penalty, but he scored the rebound. Fetch got one back for the home side, but Ostonali and Jean-Luc Dompe gave us the vital goals needed for the victory and progressed us through to the 3rd round, which we will be playing in today's episode. We then lost against Dusseldorf, 2-1 away. Tough game. Robert Glatzel penalty early on gave us a foot back into the game after they took a 2-minute lead. But Kim Min Woo in the 84th minute sent Dusseldorf home with the win. A 0-0 draw against Kiel. This was a really boring game. Barely anything happened. I can't even all I remember it being is really boring. Very, very few highlights. And Kiel, I mean, where are they in the league? 6th. So it was quite neat. Probably rightly so, even game. This result I was quite proud of, actually. A 2-2 draw away to Schalke. We equalised in the 91st minute through Robert Glatzel. Bakary Jatta gave us the lead, actually, early on. But Cedric Brunner and Simon Turodi scored 2 goals in 3 minutes between them to put Schalke ahead. But again, a really, really good performance. I'd say we actually played a little bit better than Schalke in that game. Possibly could have come away with the win. Just our finishing wasn't quite there. So, as you can see, results have been up and down. This has been by no means a walk in the park. And it's actually been quite fun and quite challenging having to tinker about. There's a couple of things which I'll get onto in just a minute that have made the season so far and the challenge so far even more challenging. But it's been fun. And today's episode, we've got 2 games that we're going to be playing. We've got Braunschweig in the league at home. They're 17th. You'd think it should be a win. And then we've got a very tough game against RB Leipzig, Bundesliga team. We're at home in the 3rd round of the German Cup. They're not having the best season, last time I looked. They're 4th at the moment in Bundesliga. They've lost 3 games. Dortmund are unbeaten. Just seen that. Yeah, they're not having the best season. They're already 7 points behind the top 2. It's going to be a really tough game, that. Yeah, let's have a look at the tactic. So, tactic-wise, this is... we're still sticking with the 4-3-3. I think the lineup's changed slightly since you saw it at the start of the season. Now, something that has kind of left us in the lurch is Fernandez, our number 1 keeper, has been injured. He's been out for a couple of weeks already. He's out for another 3 to 4 weeks. So, we are relying on Rab and Jasper. Actually, I don't think he's got a player picture. He hasn't. We need to fix that. Jan Lucas Jasper. He's only 17 years old. The reason for playing him is quite simple. Matteo Rab, I played in 2 cup games. Fortunately, we were good enough in attack because he is dreadful, I tell you. 6.1 average rating. He played 1 game. I can't see him playing another game for us anytime soon. A goalkeeper is something we are definitely looking at in January. But yeah, this is the tactic. We've kind of gone a little bit more cautious as time's gone on. We were just conceding too many goals. But I feel like we've turned a corner recently. A couple of decent results. Again, that Schalke result, a very good point away from home against probably the favourites to go up automatically. Let's have a look at the league in a little bit more depth. Again, Schalke top of the league. Nuremberg 2nd, Dusseldorf 3rd, St. Pauli 4th, Kaiserslautern. I don't know. They're chasing them. Kiel are not far behind, and then we're in this kind of little pack. 7th place, Paderborn behind us, Elversberg, and then yeah, there's a bit of a difference between this sort of top 8, 9, and below. I don't think we'll drop any further down. I'm hoping our form turns around. In terms of form, yeah, we're not in hot form, I'd say. Like I say, we're turning the corner slowly but surely. Elversberg, by the way, they are doing really well at the moment. St. Pauli are good. Firth, like I said, they were bottom of the league when we played them. They seem to have hit a little bit of a purple patch and are doing very well. They've jumped up to 15th in the league. Let's have a look at the season preview and see what it's saying. I think Schalke are favourites to go up. We're actually 2nd favourites to go up. Jesus. There was a time where we were conceding goals and I kind of thought, I'm going to get sacked. This is going to be really embarrassing. The debut of the 3-year challenge on this channel. And I get sacked in season 1. I thought it was coming. But so far, we've held on. And I'm hoping we can hold on until January at the very least. Get a few signings in. And maybe make a late push for at least that playoff place. It's got to be. Have a look at the stats. See how things are going. Team stats. No, we want player overview. This is what we want. Most goals in the league. Robert Glatzel. He is an absolute monster. Really, really good player. A little bit up and down with his form. I feel like he could score more goals. He's only got 13 finishing. That did actually decrease. And it did tell me his heading was decreasing. But as you can see there, he still has 17 heading. Now his pace and agility isn't great. He's very much an out-and-out centre forward. The good thing is we've got Nemeth, who is a decent little backup. Probably a little bit off becoming a first-team player. A striker is something we might be looking to bring in, even if it's on loan in January. Just somebody to kind of bolster our attack a little bit more. Look in here. There we go. Second, we've got Sebastian Polter doing alright. Simon Turodi. In terms of assists, we've got Nuremberg player taking the lead. 34 years of age, Enrico Valentini. 6 assists to his name. None of our players up there. Most shots, Glatzel's up there. Most player of the matches, again, Robert Glatzel. The way he's going, we might end up getting some offers for him. And we're currently in a situation where we have no money. Well, I wouldn't say no money. We have no transfer. Oh, we do have a transfer budget now. Where's that come from? Alright, we do have a transfer budget. We've got 600k to kind of play with. And a 3.93k wage budget. I'm not sure how good that is. We're spending quite a lot on scouting. But I think that's okay. We've got plenty to be going for. And you can see here my assignments as well. I'm looking for a left back, a striker, and a goalkeeper is just always something I'm on the lookout for. I think a really good goalkeeper could secure us a few more points this season. Now, funnily enough, I was just saying Glatzel's going to be a wanted man. I've just seen this pop up. He's wanted by Freiburg. I don't need this. Yeah, he's wanted by Freiburg. Unwilling to make an offer while the transfer window is closed. Of course, we're a month away from the transfer window opening. Will we see any decent offers? I mean, he is 29. Now, this is the difficulty with this save. This is where the challenge aspect really comes into it with transfers. You have 3 seasons, so going out and buying an 18-year-old and hoping he develops, it's not really the approach you want to take with this, unless he is an absolute wonder kid. You want players at this kind of age, this kind of ability, who are in their prime, ready to hit the ground running and do what they're supposed to do. So, yeah, we're going to see what offer we get in for Robert Glatzel. In terms of other players who have played really well for us so far, Bakary Jatta is one. He's 25 years of age. I'd like to think he could get better, but as you can see there, he's close to his full potential. He's had a very good season for us so far. 3 goals, 2 assists, and 2 player of the matches. Can't really complain. Who else has been really good? Emmanuel Ferrari. This guy kind of came through, made a few substitute appearances, and so far so good. Very versatile as well, which I like. He's played 13 games, also 3 goals and 2 assists, 1 player of the match. As you can see here, variety of positions. We've actually been playing him on the left a lot, but recently we've been starting him in midfield alongside Pereba, who has been pretty decent. He missed the start of the season because he was injured. Kind of come into it now. Not the greatest in terms of ability right now. He's a good Bundesliga 2 player. Does the job that we sort of need from him. 3 assists to his name, 1 player of the match. He's all right. He's all right. In terms of players that have not done so well for me, and this is where it's really interesting if you've been playing along with me. Let me know in the comments who've been your sort of top 5 players, who have been your worst players. Because for me at the moment, Kron, not really used him. He's only 20. Probably looking to loan him out. He's made 6 appearances in total, all sub appearances, and his rating hasn't been very high. Sean Lau spent the beginning of the season injured, 29 years of age. He's not going to get any better. Can't really play much worse. 6.7 average rating. Although saying that, 5 appearances and 1 assist to his name. Guess it's not bad going for a centre back. Oztunali has been okay. Yeah, I'd say just okay. 27-year-old German. 11 appearances, no goals, no assists, no player of the matches. Unfortunately for him, I'd expect a bit more from a winger. And then we've got Dompe, Jean-Luc Dompe, who is French. Any goals for him? No goals. 1 assist. Again, I'd want a bit more from my wingers. So those are my sort of standout performers and some of the low achievers so far. Again, leave it in the comments below. Who have been your standout performers? Who have been your low achievers? Who you're looking to offload in January in Season 1? I could potentially be looking to get rid of some of these guys. I think Kron will go out on loan. There's no doubt about that. Do you know what? Rob as well. I didn't even mention him. I need to get rid of him. He's valued at potentially 600 grand. Jesus. Right then, as promised, we've got 2 games in today's episode, hopefully. And the first one is a league game against Braunschweig. We're going for the exact same lineup that got us a 2-2 draw at Schalke. They played really well. My only concern is Jasper in goal. He's only 1 star. He's very far off first team level, but good experience for him. And he's got to be a damn sight better than Rob. And away we go. First highlight of the game already, but it looks like it's fallen to the away side, and they have a shot, and it's a goal. A goal inside the first minute. Kaufmann. Oh, it's a lovely goal. I have to say, I'm getting really fed up with going 1-0 down in these games. Oh, straight past Jasper. I mean, I don't think Fernandez would have saved that, to be honest. But it's not the way we wanted to start the game. The boys are looking pretty happy. I shouldn't need to encourage them. We're going to go attacking. None of this cautious malarkey. We're the home team. We're the better team on paper. Oh, Braunschweig. If the score remains the same, they lift themselves out of the relegation zone, which is pretty huge. But we'll see here if we can respond. 12 minutes in, another highlight. They are in possession, and it's the goal scorer Kaufmann who plays it back. They've lost the ball though, and Ferreira plays it to Pareba. Pareba able to run forwards into the box. He might have a shot. He does. Oh, it's off the inside of the post and cleared away by Kaufmann. Only as far as Meffert. Really, really good chance to go ahead. Off the inside of the post, can't get much closer. And the ball in this time. The keeper catches, but there's been a push. The referee has seen something, and he's awarded a penalty. They're going to check it. I don't think this will be given. Nope. I prefer not to speak. Oh, it's Ferrari to take. We picked him up at the start of the episode, and Emmanuel Ferrari pulls one back for Hamburg in the 14th minute of the game. His 4th goal of the season to make it 1-1 after a very, very controversial penalty. That was a great pen, by the way. Right to the roof of the net. Another highlight, and we see Ramos taking a long throw into the box. Oh, it's a header by Meffert. And the keeper's managed to get his hands to it and tip it round the post. Ferrari with the follow-up corner. He whips it in towards that back post. It's headed away. Ivanov gets it clear, and Pareba only able to chase it down. But the highlights coming thick and fast now. Here's Ferrari again. He plays it out wide to Jean-Luc Dompe, who looks to cut inside, but he's dispossessed. We've won it back though. Meffert to Pareba. Pareba out wide for Jatta. Jatta to Glatzel. Glatzel's in. And Robert Glatzel, he's our top goal scorer. He's the league's top goal scorer. And that's why that finish was cool as you like. His 12th goal of the season. Let's see it again. Pareba turns, finds Jatta. It's a great ball from Jatta to Glatzel. And he just dinks it over the keeper. Waits for the keeper to commit and dinks it over him. Kind of very sort of Rashford-esque there. Again, for an out-and-out number 9, he's got good little feet on him. That was an odd thing to say. Could be taken very out of context. We have ourselves another highlight. It's going to be another long throw from Ramos. Into the box he goes. Look at the distance he gets on that. And this time Jonas Meffert gets his head to it and he converts it. Of course, he had one earlier in the game that was tipped around the post. But this time he sticks it in the back of the net. And our defensive midfielder gets his 2nd goal of the season. And we are 3-1 up and in full control of this game now, you feel. Another highlight. Can we get a 4th? I tell you what, if we get a 4th, we are making subs at half time because we've got our cup game in, 3 days' time, 3 or 4 days against Leipzig. So we could potentially rest some of our key players. would be nice to get another goal as we win the ball. Ramos forward to Pereira. That's a loose touch. He's giving it away. Oh, but they nearly give it straight back to us. Playing with fire a little bit, this team, but there's a good ball in behind, and Uja found the keeper. Oh, too easy. Is he onside? I think he is. Yeah, he's onside. Ah, ball over the top. That's really poor. That shouldn't be happening. We've got 3 players that could potentially deal with that, and the goalkeeper commits too early. Inexperience from Jasper. 3-2. Half-time whistle. 3-2 is the score on the door. I'd say we're in control, but I just think we need another goal just to settle things. At 4-2, I can make changes. That's not an issue. Let's see if we can get a goal early in the second half and be able to make those changes. And like I said, protect some of those key players for the Leipzig game. 50 minutes left to play. There's been 0 highlights since that last one. I'm going to start taking off some of my big hitters. Galazzo is first. We'll bring on Nemeth in his place. I'm going to bring off Giatta and bring on Ostonali. I'm going to take off Pereira and bring on Benez. Who else? I'm going to bring off... Hayer's played really well. I might bring off... I'll bring off Hayer. Van der Bremt on. That's 4 changes. 4 changes there. We've got 1 more left. We'll keep it in our back pocket as we hopefully see out this game. Free kick for the away team. Into the box it goes, and it's a header clipped forwards. And I mean, it went wide, but Jasper didn't look too sure there. He kind of stood in his line. He was like, "Do I come for it or do I stay?" Good thing it went wide. 5 minutes left to play. I think now we're going to shut up shop. Well and truly. Get these 3 points in the bag and move on to our cup game. A massive cup game, I might add. Don't waste time. And there's a highlight. And I don't like that we're on the ball. I've got a feeling we might lose it. Fry into the box. Forced out wide. Holds it up. Finds Benez. Oh, and Benez is tackled from behind. It's a good tackle. Fry into the box. Meffert's there. Oh, Meffert with a chance to double his tally for the game and secure the 3 points. Not happening. 5 minutes of stoppage time to go. And there's a highlight. Oh, I have 1 more sub to make, don't I? Oh, God, I think we better hang on to it. Let's see how this highlight pans out. Kuriche plays it to Griesbeck. Griesbeck forwards. Van der Bremt is there, and he swoops up. Meffert to Ostonali. Benez on the inside. Finds Furai. It's a lovely first touch to get past his man. Furai forwards into the box. Shoots. Straight into the keeper's hands. Not quite good enough, that. We'll make our final change of the game. I'm going to bring... I'm going to bring off Meffert. He's looking knackered. We'll bring on Schonlau. And we'll play him in a 5 at the back. We're playing a 5-2-3 now. Come on, boys. Not long left to hold on to this. Big 3 points. This would be... Our XG has been very, very good. I must say. We do deserve to win this. And there it is. Full-time whistle. And a big 3-2 win to kick off this episode. We've got 2 games. 2 games to play. We're 1 for 2. 1 for 2. And that result means we move up to 5th in the league. 4 points behind Dusseldorf, Nuremberg and Schalke. It's very much still game on. You can see there, Dusseldorf dropped points against Osnabrück. Legends. And we have updated our score here. Get so good at that. To match our league tally. 26 points on the board for the 3-year challenge. I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go. Our biggest game of the season yet against Leipzig in the cup. A win here, and we are in the quarterfinals, and anything can happen. Absolutely massive for us. I'm not expecting anything here. Of course, a win would just be an absolute dream. Now, the lineup stays exactly the same. We're doing all right with this lineup. The one position that does concern me is left back. Muheim has been a little bit off the pace. Ambrosius hasn't been great either. Kind of tempted. I'm half tempted to stick one of these guys back in there. I'm going to do it. Ambrosius, take a rest. Had Zikadunic. Nailed it. Comes into the team. I put Raab in the team. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. Jasper just looked very unsure in the last game. But I think this is the team we go with. It's the best team we have at our disposal. Come on, boys. Here we go then. We're back to the original layout. Of course, it is a cup. So we don't have the German league sort of layover. Leipzig in decent form. Of course, Timo Werner and Sesko up top. This is obviously this database was before any January updates. So of course, Timo Werner is still at Leipzig and not at Spurs. I've just actually finished watching the Man U Spurs game, and Timo Werner, he was all right. He looked very rusty, to be fair. I think it'll take him a couple of games to warm back up to the Premier League. Didn't look too strong on the ball. A couple of wayward shots. So yeah. Anyway, here's the first highlight of the game, and it's a free kick to Leipzig, who are playing in blue, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen them playing in blue, and we've dealt with it quite well. And now Meffert has a chance. Oh, had a chance to play in Jean-Luc Dompe. Instead, he switches it for Jatta, and it's a very, very poor ball. Not a good start for Meffert. And now Timo Werner's in. He heard me talking bad about him, and he's made me pay. All right, I deserve that. Leipzig are up 1-0. I guess now we just go attacking. We're 1-0 down. We play better. I don't know what it is. Because it's the same with Halstead as well. I seem to play better. I don't know if it's my tactics. I seem to play better when I'm on positive or attacking. I don't know. In my head, I think that I'm just going to leave myself really open. But as you can see there, a shot on target already. And if we keep creating chances, maybe one will go in. We have ourselves another highlight, and Jean-Luc Dompe has got on the end of a slapdash clearance. Farai holds onto the ball. He's done very well to hold onto that ball. Finds Glatzel. Oh, and Robert Glatzel, you would have put your house on him finishing that. He's kind of snapped at the shot and sent it high over the bar. A traditional Ramos throw-in, not one of his better ones. He's giving it straight to Sesko. Maybe it's wet and the ball slipped. Who knows? But here's Sesko charging down the left-hand side for Leipzig. Oh, he's just easing past our players. Into the box. Oh my god, he squeezed the ball across the box. Keeper fumbled it. Klosterman with the follow-up shot. And it goes wide. Okay, half-time. And I think the important thing is, we're still in this game. It's 1-0 to Leipzig. We're very much still in this. Let's just try and hype them up a little bit. By faith. You weren't that bad. You weren't that bad. Ramos isn't buying any of it. We're going to keep tactics the same. I think it's working. We had a really good chance. Robert Glatzel, best chance of the game for us so far. And it's actually pretty even on paper. Both teams have had 2 shots on target. There's not much within the XG. Not much in the possession. We could do something with this. Unless they score from here. They've taken Werner off. And brought on Lewis Openda. Ram took the corner. Didn't go anywhere. I think Sesko got his head to it. And ended up heading it high and wide. But another highlight for us. Meffert on the ball. Not had the best game, Jonas Meffert, after having quite a good performance in the game prior to this and scoring. Here's Jatta. Back to Haya. Had Zikadunic. Ramos. All the way back to the keeper. Don't mind that. Rob needs to be sensible of this though. No one's coming short, so he's forced to go long, looking for Jean-Luc Dompe, and we lose possession. That really frustrates me. It really frustrates me watching that in real life. It's going all the way back to your keeper, only for the keeper to pump it long and lose the ball. And here it come Leipzig. Ball into the box. Oh my god, Cavallo was offside. Right, it's going to be a throw-in for Leipzig. Cavallo chips on into the box, and Sesko with a lovely header. He's It reminds me of Javier Hernandez's header that he scored, where he's kind of going away and he's just headed it out the back of his head. It looks like either that or he turned. I'm not sure. It's a good header, nevertheless. Here we go. Oh, he did turn. He turned, got his head to it. Poor marking. 2-0 down. Where do we go from here? I think I'm going to bring off Meffer and bring on Nemeth. We'll go 2 up top in a bid to try and score some goals. Play Nemeth as an advanced forward, I think. And anyone else worth bringing off or on? I don't think Dompe's had a great game. I'd rather keep Jatta on out of the two. So we'll bring on Königsdorfer in his place. I'll play him as a winger on attack as well. Königsdorfer and Nemeth. Come on, boys. Still no luck for us. 71 minutes played. I think if Leipzig get another goal, it's game over. But that's a good interception there. Jatta with a chance to get his counter-attack. He finds the feet of Glatzel. Glatzel's tackled by Rahm. And now Leipzig with another chance to come at us. Cavallo. Back to Rahm. Klosterman. Cavallo. Openda. This is looking good for them. Openda into the box. And Sesko's there again. Oh, Benjamin Sesko. Sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. It's 3-0. And, I mean, I think that's game, set, and match. Let's go to the tactics and make a couple more subs. We will bring on just reinforcements. Sahonen, we'll play him a little bit further forwards. Pereira behind him. We'll bring on Ostenali for Jatta. Van der Bremt can go on the right hand side. We'll put our fullbacks on attack. And they can go out there and play with some fun. No pressure. We never expected to win this game. They're a top team, 4th in the league this season, and of course competing in European football. With 15 minutes left to play, not expecting anything now. Maybe a goal, a nice consolation goal. We'll see. Corner to Leipzig. Selwold to take. And he plays it to the edge of the box. Lewis Openda's there. Lewis Openda bends one towards that top corner, but just misjudges it. 5 minutes left to play. We are just in... I think we've been well and truly humbled by Leipzig. The gulf between us and them is absolutely massive. Who knows? Maybe this will be a save to kind of pick up once we finish it, that is, and assuming we're not sacked within 3 seasons, it might be a save to pick up one day in the future, and we return to it and we see if, you know, we can take Hamburg to the next level and kind of close that gap between Hamburg and some of the top Bundesliga sides. That sounds like quite an exciting save, actually. But not one for another day. This is very much a short-term thing. 3-year challenge. We've only got 3 years. We better crack on. 26 points is the current tally. January looming. Hoping to make some changes. Wish I could make some changes in this game. Oh dear. Here's Leipzig again. Forsberg. He squares it for a Pender. That could have been 4-0. Oh, he was offside. Never mind. Wow, time is ticking. 4 minutes of stoppage time have just zapped away. And there is the full-time whistle. And unfortunately, we go out of the German Cup to Leipzig. A 3-0 loss at home. We were in it. We were in it until the hour mark. And then it was Benjamin Sesko. Made the difference. What can you do? Well, 1 for 2 from this episode is not a bad thing. In terms of the league, we're up to 5th. We're not very far behind the top 3 either, who are all level on points. I think they all dropped points in the recent game week as well, which is handy. So, again, I'm hoping with January around the corner, we can maybe bring in 1 or 2 signings. Maybe get rid of a couple of people that we're just not gelling with. And who knows, maybe kick on and try and secure promotion in the second half of the season. It would be lovely. Of course, it would be mega points in terms of the challenge. And I know there's going to be people out there doing this save who will get promoted in their first season. I've no doubt about that. Now, in terms of the next episode, again, this one's been a bit longer than the usual Housestead episodes. That's because it's a shorter series and we're doing less episodes. I think the next episode will probably come around the first February game or two, and we'll do a January update. It'll probably be, I think it'll be start of February, the next episode, then we'll do April, and then we'll do the conclusion of the season. And speaking of conclusions, that concludes this video. If you have enjoyed the video, smash that like button, hit the sub button. The support in the first episode was crazy. I think we're currently at like 60 plus views, which is really, really good for a video that's only been out for 24 hours. So thank you to everyone supporting the channel in their own way. And I hope you enjoyed the series. Let me know in the comments how your save is going, how many points you're on, and I will see you in the next one.